I had this perfect vision in my mind. To be able to play major titles from PlayStation's internal studios that aren't available anywhere else from the comfort of my own bed. Or even when I'm outside of my place. Yes, I go outside. Sometimes. And I know it's out there. It's right over there. That's when I found a light in the dark. Or a portal? It didn't take long to realize that it wasn't exactly the answer I was looking for. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This is the story of my adventure with the PlayStation Portal. And, well, frankly, how I escaped! Sony is no stranger to the handheld space. The PSP alone was the reason I became deeply involved in the tech space and made that my career. I'll always remember the joy I had the first time I modded my original PSP to play Final Fantasy VII.
And now, the most anticipated epic adventure of the year will never come to a theater near you.
Way before a digital storefront was even a thing, let alone online. The out-of-the-gate success to the follow-up, the PS Vita, was quickly diminished as Sony basically dropped support after less than 2 years on the market.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
After that, the hope of a true portable successor became darker and darker as the years ticked by. Then, out of nowhere, Sony takes a risk and places one single baby toe back in the handheld ocean when they announced out of nowhere the PlayStation Portal. Now, not a true handheld by the market standards, it's in no way a self-contained device like the Nintendo Switch or the Steam Deck. To function, it must connect to Sony's internal remote servers, and then roundabout to connect directly to your PlayStation 5.
It's a Unix system. I know this.
In theory, this sounded too good to be true. I was cautious, however, as I've dealt with Sony's remote offerings before. They were trying to do this back on the Vita. Even, actually, the PSP to some extent. In short, I've never had a remote portable experience that convinced me this was the future of interactive entertainment.
You can fit so many Wi-Fis in this bad boy.
The idea of enjoying Spider-Man 2 while winding down from my day was just too special to pass up, though. Also, honestly, having a neat legacy RPG machine I could pick back up and just play in bed at the end of my day, that was just icing on the cake. And so, armed with this incredible idea, I threw cash down for the pre-order the moment they were available. I was also aware of the limited Bluetooth capabilities of Sony's new baby portable and their proprietary tech. In short, you use their headphones or nothing. So yeah, I pre-ordered the Pulse earbuds as well. Patiently waiting the months up to release, it finally arrived. Now, the first experience went great. Easy to set up and connect to my network. After a good update and first setup, 30 minutes later, I'm swinging around New York with the Portal's built-in, oh so sweet, DualSense retention sensations.
Retention sensation.
Second day, I fired it up while in my studio, which is not far from my main living room that houses the console, like down the hall. Far different experience. No real rhyme or reason for it. It must just be because it was a Wednesday. Would my dreams of bed Spider-Man be tossed aside like the third Raimi movie?
You're fired!
Nay, I say!
Right, you're unfired. I need you. Come here.
And with that, I started researching. I thought, well, I haven't fully upgraded my home network in a while. I should finally upgrade to a Wi-Fi 6E protocol.
And this ES RAM buffer should totally bridge the 100 gigabit per second bandwidth gap between the two RAM types.
This is a nightmare. How will you ever make a decision?
See, I don't know. What should I do?
Please pass the butter!
While deep in this research, however, the reality hit me like the ending of the third Raimi movie. The PlayStation Portal doesn't support a faster network. Yep, Wi-Fi 6. This was where my ship sank in the aforementioned handheld portable ocean. Then I had a thought. Like the first time Spidey go-webbed his way across that gap,
Go-web!
I too would swing my way towards my goal.
Tally-ho.
It was late at night one weekend, and a friend pinged me about a piece of software they were beta testing that provided the exact same experience the Portal did, and for free on his Steam Deck, minus the DualSense controller features. I thought that would be the great alternative, but the Steam Deck doesn't have the retention sensation controls of the DualSense PS Portal. If I really wanted to have that setup, I could connect to a tablet or phone. Really would provide the same sort of experience with the DualSense controller. I would lose the clean portability target I was after though. I just couldn't bring myself to part with the Portal. Just yet.
Air duct! Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone?
What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
I was satisfied with my decision, more or less, and continued to play with the Portal through the next few weeks, on and off. As the latency and lag would creep in, I would try different spots in my home. Didn't matter though, even sitting on the same couch in the same room from the PS5 was housed in. Understandably, I grew more frustrated.
This is the worst!
Finally, I thought, okay, I'll give in. I'll move away from the crazy graphic intensive titles and play slower based games like the RPG machine I was trying to build. This experience went more or less just fine, until you start hearing the audio hitching and skipping as the buffer can't balance out fast enough. Hey, to give you an example, I remember playing Star Ocean one night, and a particularly emotional scene had the music front and center, and it just couldn't do it, not without the skips and the bumps in the road. Then it hit me. Like Doc Ock in Raimi's incredible second movie. I could use the Steam Deck and replace the Portal entirely. So, once again, a bit of research later, I had installed the software that my good friend alluded to earlier, Chiaki. As luck would have it, right around this time, it was like the fates intervened and Chiaki received an update to provide full-on gorgeous HDR support for that oh so beautiful Steam Deck OLED model. That display was already on another level from the base model, so I figured with HDR support through remote play, it would only get sweeter. With the allure of gorgeous HDR, was I ready to accept losing the full retention sensation DualSense controller? Yes. Yes, I was. After installing everything and validating, yes, the Steam Deck OLED is fully compatible with Wi-Fi 6E, which turned out to be a pretty simple setup, even more so than the Portal. I connected to my PS5 from rooms away just to give it a hard time and a fair shot. The menu seemed clean and clear, no lag to be seen. Okay, good start. I instantly loaded up Ghostwire Tokyo. Now, this title is a real test in regards to video artifacting, as it throws so much rain and particle systems, it's just throwing it at the screen constantly. Also, it's HDR, baby. To say I was blown away was a massive understatement. This free piece of software, under the optimal network conditions, took a full frontal shot over the bow, deep into Sony's wannabe handheld. Handheld Ocean? I I pushed it hard too. Ran in 60 frames, bounced from roof to roof, fought multiple baddies as I tore through Tokyo proper. Never a hint of lag, or artifacting, or decreased resolution. As I was putting this new setup through its paces, I had just restarted Uncharted Lost Legacy, which, yes, visually is the most attractive of the whole series and has the best pacing. And no, I will not be taking questions at this time. The incredible detail and very high visual spectrum scale, it has so many graphics. This was a great test to see if the streaming when artifacting could actually keep up. There is jungle everywhere. It's so beautiful, so many graphics. The latest software updates for Chiaki integrate the DualSense type retention sensation. Nope, the triggers have accurate vibration and a good hit with the feedback in the gunplay. Even feeling it vibrate just a bit with raindrops falling on our girls. It's not as nuanced as the real deal, of course, but amazing nonetheless. Bottom line here, it worked. And it worked better than a free piece of software ever has any intention of doing. Well, on a larger mass market scale anyway.
You did it. You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Within the next day, I was arranging a full return on the whole PlayStation Portal setup, and I was blissfully happy with the new arrangement I had created with the help of the internet and a good friend. This was my journey. This was how I was lost in the darkness of the PlayStation Portal.
I have no memory of this place.
But I found my way out, even stronger than I ever thought I would be on the other side. I hope this helps anyone in their purchasing decision. I feel the PlayStation Portal is technically a great little piece of kit. The DualSense integration is just incredible, and it always works without issue. Here's hoping its successor is built with a stronger network protocol and an HDR screen. You hear that, Sony? I'm talking to you, Sony. I'd step back into the Portal for that one. Okay, that's it.